window of opportunity's closed now for who knows how long.
Every so often, you watch a movie and you get inspired. It can be anything: the story, the character work, the acting, the soundtrack, the cinematography, or how the movie is actually constructed. I had high hopes for the new David Fincher movie, The Killer, that dropped on Netflix. So how was it? I'm Meffistoe and this is my review for the movie, The Killer.
It's amazing how physically exhausting it can be to do nothing.
Because I'm making this review so close to release, I shall avoid spoilers in this one. Michael Fastbender plays a contract killer on a mission in Paris that, for some reason, gets botched. When he returns to his hideout, he finds out that someone there was waiting for him. Knowing what he knows, the killer is out to find some sort of assembly of what the hell is going on.
Attention to detail. Redundancies. Redundancies. And redundancies.
I love a lot of films that David Fincher has directed. On our live show, we covered a couple of them, Fight Club and Seven. I like his style and his approach to the story, and mainly his love for the darker films. Zodiac, Gone Girl, and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo come to mind, and I'm a big fan of the Mindhunter series, in which Fincher directed 7 episodes. From a storyteller point of view, I love the way that he constructed the movie to make you feel empathy with the killer. He wanted you to know the inner workings of the technical side of it, but also the frame of mind one has to have in order to be one of these unique individuals. Fincher loves to explore the human side that turns a normal individual into a killer. This movie just seems like another aspect of the continuation of a lot of his most memorable and successful movies. In Fight Club, we see a dissociative nature of a killer. In Seven, a methodical nature of one. In The Girl of the Dragon Tattoo, the brutality in it.
Anticipate. Don't improvise.
As for Michael Fastbender, what a performance. Cool, calm, collective, and intimidating. There are so many moments where you see his face and they are horrifying to look at. But not because he's ugly, but in the way his eyes convey how menacing he really is. He is that hunter, stalking his prey. So many interactions over the course of this movie are done with Fassbender as the killer, just staring into people and getting them to spill their guts out, not literally of course, about information that they hold that he needs. And you're left looking at him in awe and watching a man succeeding in getting what he wants, when he wants it, and does it by peering into your soul. I was kind of over with Fassbender myself. The last movie he was in that I remember was Dark Phoenix, which was terrible. And before that, he was in Alien Dark Covenant, which I haven't seen, because Prometheus killed the Alien franchise for me for good. This is the best performance of his career so far, and I hope he gets cast into more meaningful roles.
How are we?
We're done. Can take everything.
One thing I have to mention is the recurring thing that happens in the movie. The mantra that the killer keeps repeating to himself. It was a set of rules that the killer self-imposed on himself, but as soon as one thing topples over, most of those rules go by the wayside. It's as if the killer constantly puts restrictions on himself to prevent him from making a deadly mistake and then proceeding to breaking those rules and taking a chance at fate or luck, even though the killer evidently does not believe in neither of those things. This puts us as viewers, who are generally speaking rooting for our anti-hero, at a position of always fearing for the life of the killer and always putting you on the edge of your seat. As an example of that, to me, as a longtime fan of Fincher's work, that conversation with Tilda Swinton's character that the killer has was a massive red flag just because of that. But of course, I will let you enjoy that conversation when it happened. It's just superb acting on both sides.
Forbid empathy. Empathy is weakness.
The last thing before I wrap up this review is the soundtrack. It's like David Fincher's love letter to the Smiths. All tracks are on point. Each one gives you a little bit of information about the killer's character, his way of thinking, the actions that are about to unfold, and above that, how it fits with the ongoing narrative of the movie. A great soundtrack that just adds to the movie and it was just spot on. Fincher gets an extra point for bringing back Portishead from the dead, even for a little while. I highly recommend you watch this movie. I stand by my words that this is one of David Fincher's best works. It's not hyper-violent as Fight Club or a mystery that can be solved like Seven or Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but an enjoyable exploration into the mind of a contract killer. Great performance, great acting, awesome soundtrack, and overall great watching experience. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, smash that like button to help me out with the algorithm. Please check out the other reviews that I've done in the past or our live Saturday show where we cover all sorts of amazing films. And remember, hope is a good thing, maybe even the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I'll see you on the next video.